But what about socialization? Homeschooled kids are weird. That's what everybody says. And I've got to tell you, I think it's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. Let me tell you why. Hello everybody, welcome to my beautiful unschool life. My name is Erin. I run a homeschool in Ontario, Canada, and I like to share our daily life with you because most people don't know what unschooling looks like until you do it. Today, I'm going to talk about the S word, socialization, the bane of every homeschooler's existence. Thanks for joining us. It's nice to have you along. It's that weird week between Christmas and New Year's where you don't remember what day it is. But Hannah's here this week because her mom's an essential worker, so she needed someone to take care of her, and I thought she might as well come here. What about socialization? That's always the first thing that people say to me whenever I talk about homeschooling. And I just cannot wrap my head around it, that we've all been just tricked into believing that the best way to be socialized is in a room full of 30 other people who are the same age as you, who also don't know how to socialize. That doesn't make any sense. That's crazy. Different people mean different things when they say socialization. For some people it means learning how to be bullied, as if somehow being bullied as a child makes you more capable of handling bullying when you're older. I've really never understood this. I've never understood how breaking something makes it stronger. A friend of mine, he had a job where one of his coworkers was bullying him. And he was bullied a lot in high school. It did not prepare him to this situation. He said what happened was that it actually just triggered all these emotions from his childhood, and he completely panicked. You know, as an adult, we have really good communication skills where we can talk to someone and say, hey, look, you're being kind of aggressive here. Is there any way we can work this out? But he didn't do that. He, reacted the way he would have reacted when he was a teenager. So I really take issue with this narrative that being bullied when you're younger toughens you up, gives you a thick skin. Bullshit. The other thing that people mean when they talk about socialization is like learning to fit in, which I also don't understand why we want our children to learn to be like everybody else, because that's what it is in school. Anyone who's a little bit different is ostracized, right? You want to look like everyone else, you want to act like everyone else, you want to talk like everyone else, you want to dress like everyone else. It's an exercise in blending in. And I spent the first 20 years of my life learning how to fit in with everybody else. And then the next 20 years of my life I spent trying to figure out who I actually am. And I think I'd be such a better person if I had just been myself from the beginning. But the main reason why I don't think that socialization in a classroom is the best way to be socialized is learning social skills is just like learning all the other things we need to learn. And for the vast majority of human history, the way that we have learned is by watching our elders and practicing what we see through play. So how children watch their parents take care of a baby, and then they make a toy baby and take care of a toy baby. They watch their parents start a fire, and they go and they make their own toy fire. That's what play is for. Play is rehearsing the life skills that they're observing from grown-ups. That's why play is so valuable. So if you put your kid into a room with 30 other children, whose social skills is your child observing? I mean, yes, sure, there is one adult at the front of the room, but for the most part, they're observing the other kids in the room. And I don't know about you, but when I was in school, the ones I was observing were the ones who acted up the most. The loud ones, the obnoxious ones, the misbehaving ones, the class clowns. That's who I was observing. I don't understand how people think that's a great way to learn social skills. And then we wonder why we have a world full of adults who say mean things to each other on the internet and don't know how to be polite and don't know how to be empathetic. We have a whole world full of people who get triggered whenever they hear something that they don't agree with and they flip out. None of us were socialized properly. Whereas here at my homeschool, it's me and 3 children. So for the most part, they look to me as a model of how to behave, and then they rehearse with each other. I've got some fantastic examples of how I've witnessed it already. So in this video here, you can see me helping Abby cope with her big emotions. And Hannah is there watching me the whole time. You can see her little leg off to the side there. Whenever the girls are freaking out and I'm comforting them, Hannah's watching me. She's watching me like a hawk. And then this day, when I wasn't there and Bethany was panicking about getting in trouble for breaking something of mine, Hannah practiced the skills that she learned from me.
Don't be nervous. Calm yourself.
It was fantastic. I was so proud. And that's how it's meant to work.
Remember, calm.
So now to talk about some of the homeschooling kind of educationally stuff that we did this week. Honestly, the girls spent most of the week just playing with the stuff that they got for Christmas. But Bethany wanted to pretend like she wanted to be a spy. And we were trying to figure out like ways she could do that, and we came up with this. It is meant to be one of these.
Well, Sherman, it's a booby trap. One wrong step and we're done for. The boat of Raw sails straight today. Take the wrong boat, man.
And they had a blast with it. It was pretty funny. We're gonna have to do it again though, because the letters that they chose didn't really spell anything. They had like 6 K's and only 1 A. So, you know, we'll try again another day and maybe I'll guide the letter writing.
No, you didn't step on any of the wrong letters.
So this was before airplanes. So you know right now, if you want to go to England, Hannah, right? If you want to cross the ocean, right now, how would you do it?
Airplane?
Yeah. 100 years ago, how did you do it?
You have to drive?
You had to boat. You had to take a boat. And it would take like 2 weeks. Before airplanes were invented, you had to take a boat. And then the Germans invented this thing. It's this huge balloon. You know when you get a balloon that floats on its own? It's got something inside of it called helium. Helium is lighter than air, so it floats. This has something in it called hydrogen. Hydrogen is even lighter than helium, and it floats really, really, really well. There's one problem with it.
It blows up.
It's explosive. So they left Germany here, and they flew across, and here it is coming into New York.
How does it explode?
Friction. Do you know what friction is? So if you ever wear, Hannah, if you ever wear like fuzzy pajamas in bed with fuzzy blankets and you rub your legs really quickly, you can see sparks. That's what makes it explode.
Why's there smoke coming out?
That's they had water in it as ballast. You dump it to make yourself heavier or lighter.
Whoever is filming this thing is so weird.
Yeah, this is a long time ago when cameras were different.
Here's it's gonna blow.
Everybody didn't have a camera. He would have had a great big heavy machine full of metal, and it would record this movie on little film. 36 people died. It's really cold out today. Like really, really, really cold out today.